Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time.
Hi everybody, you ready for some history today? I bet you are. Who's ready for history? Who's ready for... Okay, I'll stop that. Alright, we've been talking about Rome, and yesterday we mentioned the Roman Empire being attacked by a group from the eastern part of Asia who had come over into Europe, and they were called the Huns. And their leader was a guy we call it Attila the Hun. But the Huns were not the only tribes that the Romans were having troubles with. And the Romans were the only people that the Huns attacked. There was another people, and they settled in the area what is now called Germany, Alemannia. And they were these people. They were the Visigoths. The Visigoths. They were seen as being not an educated people by the Romans. They were seen as being not that important. But when the Huns attacked, this is a little bit before Attila, they came and asked Rome for help. And Rome said, yeah, okay, we'll help you out. And they did, for a while. But the more that the Huns attacked the Visigoths, the more the Visigoths asked for help from Rome. And the more the Visigoths asked for help from Rome, the less Rome wanted to help them. They said, nope, sorry, there's only enough stuff here for the Romans and not for you. There's not enough food, not enough houses. So we're just gonna have to find someplace else for you. And they put them into what was basically just a piece of land where they had to stay. They couldn't leave, and they basically just had to sit there and starve because the Romans weren't feeding them, and they weren't allowing them to leave to go find their own food. And when the Visigoths complained, the Romans said, okay, we'll tell you what. You send your children to be our slaves, and we'll give you food. We'll kill some dogs and give them to you to eat. Nice, huh? Yeah. Well, the Visigoths did not appreciate this. The Visigoths, the Romans thought they were barbarians, that they were basically no better than animals. The Visigoths were not rough people. They had a culture, they had art, and if you had asked them what God they worshiped, they would have told you that they were Christians. But they weren't really. They had a type of Christianity called Arian Christianity. You ever heard of it? No, you probably wouldn't have. Arian Christianity means that they believed that Jesus was not God. They believed that God had created Jesus to do his work for him. So they sort of worshipped God, but they didn't really. And that went against the way that the Romans believed that you were supposed to live. Remember, the Romans said, no, Jesus is God. But the Romans, of course, they mixed some Christianity with their own stuff as well. So neither side is really in a good way as far as religion goes. But the Romans treated the Visigoths like they didn't matter. And the more they did, the angrier the Visigoths got. Because there's only so far that you can push a whole group of people before they start to fight back. And eventually they did. They got together and they said, enough of this. We're going to attack and we're going to wipe out Rome. That'll show them. And so the Visigoths did. Again, this is a little bit before Attila the Hun. For 15 years, they attacked Rome. 15 years they attacked Rome. They probably would have run it over altogether if it weren't for this guy. A guy called Flavius Stilicho. General Flavius Stilicho. He was a good general. He led the armies of Rome against the Visigoths and kept them from running over Rome for a long time. And he probably would have been able to defeat them altogether if it weren't for the fact that his other people, his other generals and other politicians, they didn't like him. No, they thought that he wasn't from the right parents. See, his parents were from Europe, the area of the Visigoths. So they were kind of racist against him. And so they hatched a plan, and eventually they had him arrested. They pretended like he was a traitor and had him killed. And so unfortunately, with Stilicho no longer there to beat off the Visigoths, the Visigoths just attacked Rome, and yeah, guess who won? The Visigoths did. In the year 410, they attacked Rome and took away all of as much of its gold and its treasures as they could carry. So do you see what's happening here? Rome is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. It got too big, so it split, and then Rome is just turning into a mess. It's unable to keep the barbarians away any longer, and we're getting close to the end for Rome. How will that end happen? Well, we're going to talk about that, but not talk about it tomorrow, because we don't have history class tomorrow, nor are we going to talk about it on Thursday, because I'm going to have a test for you today. It's a real easy one. If you've been paying attention, watching these videos, and answering these questions, you'll be able to figure out. It's just questions from today's video and yesterday's video. So why don't we go over the questions for today's video so you know what you're supposed to be looking for. The first question is, who are the barbarians from Germany that attacked Rome? And they were the Visigoths. The Visigoths. What was their religion? Their religion was Arian Christianity. They believed that Jesus was not God, but was created by God. Okay. And question number 3, who was the general that fought them? And that was Flavius Stilicho. Okay. So there we go. Yes, we'll have our test on Thursday, and then next week we will start talking about the end of the Roman Empire. Come back for that. That's all we have for today, so have a good day, and I will see you on Thursday for your test.